This one for WWE champions. Pay to win like every day, yeah.
I don't play mobile games.
Funny how they still think I'm a broke man.
Then I'm broke.
Even though I be pulling Hogan's. I spent like 40 grand on a couple thousand pictures of some sweaty men.
With ReviewTechUSA. I haven't spoken about this man in a bit. He has continuously talked about me nonstop. Like every single stream is about me. Not just about me, but every stream he's mentioning me. Every stream he's watching me. Every stream he's reacting to me. It's literally all he can really get views and attention on now. Essentially, ReviewTechUSA has become a detractor. All right? Like, actually, this is like his thing now. His shtick. He has literally become a full-time detractor because he cannot get anyone to watch any other content that he puts out. So he just has to sit there and shit on me constantly. Okay? And it's kind of pathetic, to be honest. It was one thing when, like, I was one of his topics. But now I just seem to be the main event every day. And it's pretty sad and pathetic. And before you even say, well, I don't know what you're talking about, Phil. That doesn't sound accurate. So I was watching or getting caught up with Kino Casino last night. And they were watching Rich, and no exaggeration, here's one of Rich's recent streams. Do you see something there that kind of stands out like a sore thumb? Now, obviously, you're going to be very distracted by Ashton and Andy in their Halloween costumes of Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. It is distracting, I admit. But if you look directly below me here, you'll notice he literally turned on his computer monitor, and that's what he put on the screen. Okay? And that's literally every day he's doing this now. And it's like, wait a minute. First of all, I just want to think about this, all right? The first thing that Rich thinks about when he sets up his streams is my accident on May 1st, 2016. Something that happened 8.5 years ago. 8.5 years ago. He actually thinks it's like pertinent to today. Right, and that it affects me that he puts that. I mean, I literally have the emote in my Kick chat right now. People are using it, right? So he actually thinks that, like, this is hurting me when he does it. Like, it's some significant thing. Like, oh, right? Like, oh, you really got me there, Rich. Something that's 8.5 years outdated. And I owned up to, and literally it didn't even hurt me in the moment when it happened. But here you are, 8.5 years later, and this is your big thing, your big shtick, your big jab at me. The best part is that's not even the screenshot from the event. That's just like a random screenshot from content that I did recently. And that's probably the face I made watching him. Right? But that's the face that he's got on his screen all the time now on his show. Like, wow, that's that's telling, right? By the way, I just received a $5 tip from One Sick Puppy for the Double Chicken Big Mac Fund. I'm doing my part. Use the Starship Trooper Soldier voice if it helps. Oh, I don't know the Starship Trooper Soldier voice to do it. Thank you for that, One Sick Puppy. The first tip of the day, and we get some animations. I'll be honest, I do miss doing these tip animations because remember, people used to tip frequently. Before I started doing the dual streaming between YouTube and Kick, it was a lot of tips coming in as support, and now that's kind of slowed down because now the support is kind of split all over the place, and I miss doing these animations. I set them up all nice for the month. I want to get more. So guys, today tip so we can see some nice animations. If you're choosing, gee, how should I support Phil? Send me a tip today. Let's get some more of these animations going, okay? So thank you, One Sick Puppy, the first tipper of the day there. Got you up on the leaderboard. I should definitely, once again, refresh my animations page because it's lagging bad. Holy crap, that took forever. Okay, so, as you can see, it's certainly not like this guy has moved on from me or learned a thing. Literally, his shtick every day is how do I dump on Phil? How do I react to Phil? But I'm not here. I'm literally not here to react to his reactions to me and respond. Because nothing he says or does is intelligent. He doesn't have any intelligence. There's nothing to really react to. What I want to just do is react to some random observations. And I actually have some timestamps here. Right here. that I want to check. First of all, this is great. So this is when Ashton and Andy start watching him. Okay, just listen. Just listen. I don't have to say anything. Just listen. You ready? Oh, by the way, Ted had done a super chat. I missed it, Ted. I'm sorry. There was a $2 Canadian super chat, which I think is the equivalent of like $1.50. Because the Canadian is a little bit less than the US dollar. So thank you for that, Ted. I appreciate that. I'm sorry I missed it. It was a super sticker. Thank you, Ted. Okay. All right. Now, I just want to assure you all, I did not set this up. This is me playing Kino Casino raw, and they're just playing his clip raw. No one has edited the audio here. This is actually what Review Tech Show sounds like. Are you ready? Get ready. Prepare yourself. In 3, 2, 1.
Bring it back to the beginning. Let's play this.
Why?
Bring it back. Here it is. This is Dick, the comedic stylings of Dick.
I like big dicks. I'm a size. I like big dicks. I like big dicks. I like big dicks. I like big dicks.
If you told me this.
This is what he does on his show. This is his actual show. No one has edited it. They're playing it cold. I'm playing it cold, unedited. This is Rich's content. That he has a soundboard and he just sits there mashing fart sounds and I like big dicks, cucumbers. To him, that's content. That's entertainment for you. Not even like speaking over. Just that's it. Here we go. I like big dicks. I like big dicks. What the fuck? Like, what the fuck is going on? Right? Like, you're absolutely insane. This is content to him. By the way, thank you. I received a $5 Canadian super chat from Dark Ethan. Thank you to Dark Ethan. That's the biggest super chat of the day now. Let's get you up on the leaderboard. Since it's Canadian, we'll say it's like $4.25. Because it really is about $4.25 per Canadian dollar. So that'll get us up to $20 so far today. Thank you all. Thank you all. Let's get some support going, everyone. Let's get some subs over on Kick. Let's get some tips coming in. Some super chats. Thank you. And like the stream on YouTube. All right. But I mean, yeah, I mean, it's ridiculous. That's his show. That's how he opens his show. And then he plays his laugh track. You know, like imagine if I just had a soundboard and I start my podcast and I just keep pressing buttons. Right? Like that's my opening. This is my content. I don't talk. I don't have topics. Just here we go. Oh, I like big dicks. Oh, yeah. Suck, cock. Anyway, so he starts talking about me. He has an interesting name drop. I have all these timestamps to go through. Around the 1 minute 28 second mark. So let's get to that. Here we go.
Really, I am stoned tonight, Philip.
I am stoned tonight, Philip. I am stoned tonight, Philip. All right. So what's that a reference to? Because I told him that if he was going to be on my show as a guest on my podcast, that he had to be sober. And I think you can understand why I wanted that now that you can see this is how he is in his own content. Like, when he's high, he's playing fart noises. He's playing suck dick, cucumber up my ass. He's fucking, his eyes are barely open, as you can see. Look at his eyes. His eyes are completely like this because he can't keep them open because he's so goddamn high. By the way, you saw what he was drinking? That is a weed seltzer. That is a seltzer that contains, I guess, like weed or THC or something in it. Sometimes he's constantly popping these THC gummies on stream. He's doing it live. It's not like he's hiding it. He's just actively doing this. So why would I want him on my podcast acting like that? It would be a complete waste of time, right? But you heard what he said. So just think about this. I have nothing to do with this man's content at all. I'm not on the show. I'm not involved. He's got my face right there constantly, and he's literally talking to me. Right? He's talking to me. I'm not there, Rich. Like, you're not coming on the show. You're done. That's done. You're never coming on the show. In fact, you're banned from my show. Like, you will never be a part of the Level 1 podcast ever. You're the first person to officially be felted and banned off the show. You'll never come on. You understand? So, why are you speaking to me about being high? You can do whatever you want with your own life. and become a miserable wretch that everyone laughs at and throws the fucking rotten vegetables at when you're in the streets or whatever. And if you catch some of those vegetables and you happen to eat them for sustenance or whatever, which it seems like that's what you're doing to stay afloat, I mean, go for it. That's the equivalent of the detractors coming and throwing you money on your shit streams where you get like 200 to 300 viewers. Like, no exaggeration, guys. Right now, I have 350 viewers on YouTube, and I have over 70 viewers and climbing on Kick, and we're just getting started with the rich segment, so you know the attendance is going to go up. I have more viewers right now than he had on his stream. So the only people that check him out are people who are detractors and people who clip him for content because no one wants to watch his content. Because there is none. You understand? There's no content here. So yeah, I love this. He's talking about me. Phil, I'm high. I'm not there, Rich. I'm not. That's not really me behind you, Rich. I don't hear you. I only hear you because I just decided to check out Kino Casino last night and they did a segment on you. And so now I've heard this days later. But you understand that, like, he's living in this weird, like, fever dream high world where he thinks that he's talking to me and I care. Now, do you see how in his head I am? I'm behind him his entire show. I'm in his thoughts and his mouth. He's talking to me during his show. This is very, very bizarre behavior. This is like, we need to have like an analyst, you know, a psychoanalyst look at this and figure out what exactly is going on here. Because, I mean, you get to the point where, like, it's kind of like the same thing with Doody, where he obsesses over me so much. It's like, something's wrong here to the point of, like, this is a mania. This is no longer like, oh, he thinks it's funny to make fun of me. This is like a mania at this point that needs to be diagnosed, right? Okay. All right, got another timestamp. I got a bunch of timestamps to skip around. Let's get to this one. I really wish that you could, like, just go right to the timestamp, but apparently you can't. I want to go 131, but I can't get to 131. I guess we'll start here.
He's left in the camp to defend Queen Kaffles. It's just him and
I don't care
Tipster.
about... I don't know anything about the Keffel situation. I keep hearing things about this. I don't know about it. How do you do 10-second fast forward? Is it L?
And it's because he wants to fuck Kaffles.
Yeah. Or
That doesn't work
Fox.
apparently on Kick.
It's fucked.
We're almost to the point here.
What
Here
an
we
L.
What?
It is!
fuck?
You know, at least he admits it.
Holy
least-
shit!
Yeah, I don't know. For the record, I know nothing about this Keffel situation. I know he's mentioned it. I've heard the Kino guys mention it. It's like, no thanks.
At least he has the gift bag.
Oh, it's the arrow keys.
Too. The irony in that. What does she have, like me and Tipster?
It's the arrow keys. Thank you. Garziak says check the arrow keys. Here we go.
Holy shit!
At least
All right.
he has the decency to admit it. Such a fucking hell.
This is condensed Lolcow.
No,
Like,
it
it's
really
like
is.
a
I
crisp-
really
it's like a
made
diamond.
Maybe I have the wrong
crazy
timestamp.
super
I'm
cut
a-
here
I'm
where
a-
just every bit of it is gold.
What
Every bit of it is just the purest, most concentrated Dickers cringe that you could imagine.
Jesus.
Uh-oh, fart.
What?
Oh my god.
That's what I was looking for. Uh-oh, fart?
I can't unpause it without pausing it again. Going, what?
Bring it back. Bring
What
it
is
back.
going on,
Bring it
dude?
back.
Too. The irony in that. What does she have, like me and Tipster? Holy shit, what an L. Uh-oh, fart.
Who just says out of nowhere, "Oh fart"?
I don't even know what that means. Uh-oh, fart? Is that like, supposed to be a joke? Or is that a comment to something he's saying? Or did he actually fart? Does he say, uh-oh, fart, and then fart on his show? You know, maybe that's the reason my face looks like that behind him, because he's positioned that monitor behind him. So he's just letting loose during the show. Uh-oh, fart. And then my face, even virtual Phil, who's not even alive, cringes and reacts to, oh, God. Like, what is going on? I don't know what the fuck's going on. This is bizarre behavior. Okay, I think this, yeah, here we go. Oh, this is good. This is a good part right here.
Fuck.
I
The
tried the
super
Krabby Patty burger on Friday and it wasn't.
I tried the Krabby Patty burger on Friday and it wasn't. Wait a minute. Rich tried the Krabby Patty burger? Why did Rich try the Krabby Patty burger? because I said I was going to try the Krabby Patty burger and I didn't. So Rich has to go out of his way to get it, to like be a part of it. Like, again, you see this weird, bizarre obsession, this mania. So because Darkside Phil was going to get the Krabby Patty burger, Rich had to go get the Krabby Patty burger and eat it and taste it himself. Like, you know, you didn't have to. And Rich, by the way, you probably shouldn't have. Just saying. Situation you're in there, you probably shouldn't have eaten the Krabby Patty burger. Like, I can eat the Krabby Patty burger. It ain't going to really affect me. You know, I'm only around 10 pounds overweight. You shouldn't be eating that shit, dude.
Anything.
Krabby Patty.
Oh, fuck you.
Oh, I'm getting tons of support.
I
Wait.
wasn't anything great.
Wait, look at this. You were
super
literally
chat.
seething because he actually got money to eat the stupid burger, while you are lucky if you get $300 a stream. Nobody cares except you. You are literally crying in an overweight child. Is what.
And this is what I mean. Like, that's absolutely true. Ladies and gentlemen, no one cares that I didn't eat the Krabby Patty burger except my detractors, because they have nothing to say about me anymore. Every stream, I'm hitting my goals. Every stream, I'm getting views. I'm winning. I'm making good content. Everyone is watching and enjoying the content, right? Do I have a million views? Of course not, but I never have, and I don't need that. I can be massively successful without having a ginormous audience because people appreciate the time and effort I put into my work, right? And this is killing the detractor community. They can't fucking take it. They can't believe it. Like, they actually think that this is like a giant plan. To this day, they're still saying, listen to this. They're still saying that Kino Casino is setting me up. Like, this is still a Carrie-like situation where the pig's blood is going to dump out of the sky onto my head. They're still saying that. They can't cope with the fact, they can't handle the fact that actually things are going well for me, that things are nice, right? That things are getting better. I mean, I have 360 viewers on YouTube. I have over 70 plus viewers on Kick. I've got people enjoying the content, watching it everywhere. I've got people supporting me from multiple different directions and multiple different ways. I got people who want to be on my podcast as an interview. I just can't get them scheduled because they're so fucking slippery like eels, right? But like, things are very different, and these people can't handle it. So to them, the fact that the Krabby Patty burger couldn't be delivered to my home, so instead I ordered the Addams Family meal, which was better for both for content and as a reward because there were more food items that I taste tested. To them, that is the ultimate betrayal. How dare Phil promise one thing and deliver another, right? Despite the fact that what I delivered was better than what I originally promised. It's the equivalent of, hey, I'm promising you I'm going to give you $10 at the end of the week, and instead I handed you a 20. But you'd be upset because I promised you 10. How dare you only hand me 20 when I said you said you were going to give me 10? Wait, what are you talking about? I give you something better. No, I'm upset because you gave me something you didn't originally promise. It doesn't make any sense. You understand? It makes no sense at all. Zero. So these people have no argument. But again, Rich has become a detractor. Like, he can't see the reason behind anything anymore. Any detractor, any meme that a detractor comes up with, he's on board for it. 100% hook, line, and sinker. So he actually went and he got a Krabby Patty meal to talk about it and act like, see, DSP couldn't do this, but I can. Like, no one gives a fuck. Like, literally no one cares about this Krabby Patty meal at all. No one. We're half a week later, right? Like, that was supposed to happen on Saturday. It's fucking Tuesday. And we still got people talking about this. Like, get out of here. Get a life, right? What the hell are you talking about? You're insane. You're still talking about Krabby Patties. Like, talk about mania. Talk about obsession over minutia that no logical human cares about. That's how these people operate, and that's what Rich has become, sadly. Really ridiculous, right? In fact, I recommend you watch the Addams Family DSP Tries if you haven't seen it yet. It's really, really good. But what I like is the person who super chats him, right? So he gets some income for this, and they just completely destroy him, right? You say, you stream so infrequently, you barely make $300 a stream. Phil streamed all week, making thousands and thousands of dollars. Nobody cares about this except you. You're crying like an overweight child. He's so upset about the Krabby Patty. No one cares. Except my detractors and Rich, because Rich is a detractor. Okay? It's that simple. Rich is a detractor at this point. There's no disputing it. He's full-on become a detractor full-time because he has nothing else to do in his content. Okay. Here, oh, this is a good one. You gotta love this, right?
Like, you're a piece of shit.
Yeah.
You fired him on his birthday without even fucking paying him. Tried to scam him.
So what Ashton is doing, he's talking about all the bad things that Rich has done recently. Not even just all the things over time, but I think he did recently this year, okay?
You tried to send a computer full of, like, malicious shit to Phil as well.
Yep. Apparently, and again, I wasn't aware of that at the time, that he was trying to send me a keylogged computer, but everyone tells me it's true, so I have to believe them, right? I didn't receive the computer, but apparently his editor did, and it was keylogged, so...
It's crazy. It won't unpause. My computer's like, please don't make me unpause this.
What? Like, what sort of technical hell are we going through today, guys? Like,
I know. I'm just trying to...
Up any of that bullshit, but
we're going into it.
I'll say one thing flat out. Let's compare
Here we
what
go.
happens.
Oh.
One thing. So here he goes. He starts going like, let's compare what I did to other people. So, Dickers, just to let you know, just because other people did bad stuff that's worse doesn't mean you didn't do bad things.
Exactly. And this is the thing with Rich. This is why Rich thinks he's better than me, okay? Because Rich's argument is that, well, Phil lied to his audience about WWE champions. Phil, for years, was playing the game and spending money on the game while he was crying to his audience, I need support to pay my bills. Now, when I said that, it was literally true. I was going through bankruptcy. I was going through all these hard times, these bad times, right? Now, I've already admitted to you guys, yes, I played WWE champions. I've spent money on that game too. But what I've also told you is that the spending that my detractors tell you is real is fake. Okay? They're wrong. They never had any tracking of my spending or anything at all. They don't know what they're talking about. They've always lied and over-exaggerated. Did I spend money on the game? Yes, I did. Did I own that old account? Yes, I did. I used to own it. Okay? I've owned up to that. Literally no one cares anymore. At one point, maybe when the revelation happened, maybe at first people were like, oh God, no one cares. And the thing is, that's my worst offense ever. That I spent money on a mobile game when I was streaming for free and asking for support from my viewers, and they gave it to me so that I could pay my bills and get through a tough financial time, that I happened to also spend some money on a mobile game. All right? Now, everyone knows this now, and everyone's okay with it, but the detractors aren't. Because the detractors, this was what they had on me, right? For years and years. When it's finally revealed that Phil was really doing all of this, everyone's going to hate him. Ladies and gentlemen, let's take a look. I have 384 viewers on my stream. I have 73 viewers on Kick. Are you guys leaving in droves now because we just said that? Is this the end of the world? You know what I'm saying? Is this really like, you hate my guts? Of course not. People are coming and still hanging out and watching and supporting. I've got 19 straight streams that you've supported me and I've hit all my goals, correct? So their argument is just a big fallacy. People don't dislike me because I admitted to making mistakes in the past and apologized for them. And the mistakes aren't a big deal. Most people admit, okay, it's not that big of a deal. Big deal that Phil did this, right? So what he'll say is, well, you see, sure, I did awful things, but they're not as bad as Phil's. Wrong. You now understand that the one thing that anyone ever has on me, which is that one thing, that's it, is not a big deal at all. Nobody gives a fuck, right? So what he does now is he starts to compare himself to all these other people that have done worse things than him. But the point, Rich, is that people don't dislike you because they only know that you've done bad things, right? Like, they know that other people have done bad things too. They dislike you because the bad things you've done are heinous things that no one agrees with, and they hate you for it. People understand that I've done some bad things, and they're like, it's not that big deal. Move on. Now that Phil has admitted to it, fine. The elephant in the room has been revealed. We can move on from it, and no one cares. But he can never move past his shit because people don't forgive him for what he's done, because his shit he's done is so much worse, right? But now he'll say, well, what about people who did worse things than me? No, Rich, that's not how it works. Because people have done worse things than you, it doesn't negate what you've done, right? Just because Hitler existed doesn't mean that the guy who only killed 5 people is okay. That's not how it works in life. It's, you did heinous shit, you got to live up to it, fess up to it, and improve for the better, and you haven't done that at all. Instead, you sit there coping high all day, begging your audience for contributions while trying to make fun of others who are your fucking betters. Rich, I am your better. Rich, guess what? Are you ready for this one? Wings of Redemption and Boogie and Keemstar, they're all your betters. Don't you understand that? They're all better than you. Every single fucking one of the people you make fun of is better than you. You're just the lowest of the fucking low, and you can't figure it out. Why? Everyone has told you. You want to know why? Because he sits there with my detractors, grabbing his balls and stroking his dick. That's his stream, is detractor heaven. He sits there while the detractors are fluffing him. Fluffing him. Constantly. It's like, what the fuck? How do you not see past your own nose? He can't. He doesn't understand that's his entire stream. Dude, you have 1 million subs on YouTube, and you're getting 300 views on a stream, and you're making less money than Darkside Phil. You're a failure and a loser. You have no right to sit there and try to make fun of others all day on your stream, dude. You're an embarrassment not only to the content creation community, you're an embarrassment to humanity as a whole. How do you not get it? Everyone's laughing at you because they're all better than you. Holy shit, man.
And also, if we're going to accept your argument on that, then you need to shut the fuck up about Phil.
Exactly.
Because there are way worse fucking people than Phil out there. There's Ralph, and like, this is the thing, like, Dickers. What, like, he picks and chooses which side of that argument he wants to believe.
That's
but
right.
What he says here is some of the most insane shit I've ever heard.
Thank you, Suffa Horse, who has gifted a membership over on Kick. I appreciate that, Suffa Horse. Thank you so much. Still only one per person. No one changes the leaderboard because the top sub gifter today is still just 1 sub. If someone gives 2 or more, then we'll change that on the leaderboard there.
All right.
To me, to things like what other people have been caught doing this year.
Here we go.
It's like, there's way crazier pedophiles. And whoa, what? Dickers? Like,
Dickers, what?
what do you mean? Like, listen. Wow.
Yeah, and that's the thing is, if the argument is other people did worse, he's confessing he did all this shit.
Right.
He's saying he did it all, but it's okay because Dr. Disrespect is bad.
And that's the funny part is I have confessed the stuff that I've done wrong, and no one cares anymore. Everyone's cool with it, except my detractor community, because, again, they need something to keep making content on, so they keep beating the dead horse that the literal rest of the world doesn't care about. The thing is, no one has forgiven him at all because the shit he's done is so fucked up, right? I mean, we watched the documentary. Just watch the documentary react that I did with these guys over on my DSP Reacts channel back in August, and you'll see the shit he did, the heinous stuff over the years, way, way worse than the shit that he criticizes me for. Yet somehow he thinks that because I played WWE Champions and spent money on a mobile game during a time when also I was taking contributions to pay my bills for my viewing audience, that this is the most heinous action ever compiled by any human, right? So there you go. Pochita96, the gameplay usually starts around 1 p.m. Pacific time, FYI. Okay. Moving forward, because now we have so many timestamps, I don't even think I'm going to be able to do all of these. Let's see. 143, I think, was one.
Putting the keyloggers in the computer.
There they go. They're talking about what he's done.
Accusing us of hacking him without any evidence and being a filthy liar. He believes this entitles him to millions of dollars in compensation.
What the fuck?
Oh, didn't he say that he should be rich or yeah, he said something like, I should be rich. If everyone else is rich and they're a scumbag, well, I should also be rich. Wait, what? So because you're admitting you're a scumbag, you think you should be rich? Because he's angry that people like Dr. Disrespect, is rich. And he's not. So he's upset about that. And he wants the money that he has.
That's it.
His name is Rich, but he's not affluent. We're getting confused. His name is Rich, but he's not rich. He's not affluent. He's not financially well off. He wishes he was financially well off like people who are better than him, like Dr. Disrespect and stuff. He's very upset that people bigger than him have been exposed for heinous things, and they're still rich and he's still poor. There you go.
It would be like if you promise us to play Plumbers, then last minute you decide to play something else. I would.
What the fuck did he just say? Plus, the plumbers and plus, and probably.
So he's trying to say that Phil promising to eat the Krabby Patty
Oh my
and
god.
instead eating the Burger King meal would be like if he promised to play Plumbers Don't Wear Ties and then played something else.
Okay. Who cares?
I mean,
like, all right, he didn't eat the Krabby Patty. Crucify him on the cross.
put him on the cross.
Like,
I just is there real okay, I have a serious question. No, I have to ask this. Okay? Has life become so easy for humanity? Life has become so easy. You know, humanity doesn't need to do anything to survive anymore. You don't have to gather resources, you don't have to hunt, you don't have to fight for safety for yourself or your family, right? There's not like a giant fighting for resources anymore. So life has become so easy for human beings, correct? The biggest thing for some people to be talking about and caring about this week was that instead of me going to Wendy's and buying the Krabby Patty meal and doing a taste test of it, I instead ordered the Addams Family meal from Burger King and did a taste of that instead. This is actually the big thing that certain humans have talked about this week. This is the big event of their life. Do you see what happens when humanity has become such a, how can I say, insulated, protected, coddled being, entity? Humanity, it's so easy for humans. Like right now outside, there's animals outside, and they're scraping by. I need to get food today. What am I going to do? Shit, I got to go hunt a rat and eat the rat for food. Oh, man, I got to go scavenging for nuts and berries out of the trees. I got to bury that shit because the winter's coming up, and I want to survive over the winter. It's life or death for me. To do this, I have to survive. But for Review Tech and my detractors, the big thing they have to do is talk about how Darkside Phil didn't eat a Krabby Patty meal. And by the way, God forbid that ever happened, that we all get to that level as humans. We all like our comforts and being insulated. But if that ever happened, I'm pretty sure at least I could make like a college try effort to go out and try to survive. Like I'd try to learn how to fish or hunt or gather. Do you really think Review Tech would be doing that? No, he'd roll down the hill into the gutter and just fucking, disintegrate. There's no THC to consume, so that would be the end of his existence, At least I would make an honest try to survive. This fucking guy. But man, Phil is so bad. He's such a heinous villain, and I gotta make fun of him. This is the content, right? So anyway, thank you to Cave Teeth, $10 super chat over on YouTube. He says, yeah, I had that drop box and I tried to frame others for it, but DSP didn't eat the Krabby Patty meal, said Dickers. Exactly. Just unreal. The stuff that he's done is no big deal because, I didn't eat a Krabby Patty this week. That's what humanity is concerned with, right? So thank you very much for that, Cave Teeth. I mean, I have tons of timestamps. We could jump around and keep watching. But I feel like we already spent so much time on it. Maybe we'll get back to this later in the week because I have funny shit. Yeah, he wants to get paid to go on Lolcow Live. He thinks he should be paid hundreds of thousands of dollars to appear on Lolcow Live. I'm not kidding you. He actually thinks he should get paid hundreds of thousands of dollars to appear on that show. Keep in mind, I was offered $50,000 to be the part of the show. He wants $100,000 just to appear on the show, and he's being serious too. What's up, Jade? Good morning, Jade. Let's see. I've had enough. You know what? I've just had enough of it. I've really had enough of it. All right. By the way, what's the next plan for Rich? What's the next thing he's doing? Would you like to know? Hold on. He posted this morning. He already edited it, but the original post was basically up until the last two sentences of this on X, but then he edited it to add the last two sentences. So Rich has posted this up this morning. I think by the end of this month, I will be shutting down my ReviewTechUSA YouTube channel. I'm not 100% on this yet, but I truly think it's time. It's a relic from a different era, and it's time to completely close the door on that chapter of my life. I will let you know where live stream clips will go next month. Those will still happen. Okay? So, he actually wants to delete his YouTube channel with 1 million subs because he doesn't want to actually make meaningful content anymore. Like, he's actually admitting in this post publicly that it's over for him. He no longer can make actual content. He just wants to sit there high all day, you know, streaming garbage for my detractors. Like, that's it. He just wants to become a detractor entertainer. That's the end of it. That's his existence from now on. He actually thinks that that's going to, like, make him a living and pay his bills for the rest of his life. He actually believes this, right? Keep in mind that there's been 1 million of those, right? And how many have really been able to do it long term? Not many. There's a few, but not many. And they're starting to get demonetized now. So I don't know what he actually thinks he's doing. But the funny part about it is, here's the thing. You look at this and you say, I believe this. Do you want to know the truth? I don't believe this at all. At all. 100% I don't believe this. Do you want to know why I think he posted this up? Because if you remember, last week when I felted this motherfucker on the show, what did I say? I said, Rich, if you were to delete all of your content off of the internet, no one would care. Like, literally, it wouldn't matter. If you deleted all of your shit off the internet right now, there would not be a great loss. Nothing of value would be lost because all you've ever done is made crap, right? So he posted this up because he wanted to get a stroking of his ego. That's exactly what this is. Gee, I wonder if what Phil said is true. Let me post this up. So what he wanted to see a train of replies. He wanted to see his fans sitting here crying that he's going to delete his content. Now, what's funny is some people actually legitimately do like the guy. That's a bad idea. Keep it open. You'll get residual AdSense. To Lolcow live clips, you can move to Lolcow now, right? Thanks for the times you mentioned me on your channel. It meant a lot to me. Can I buy your channel, right? You still have plenty of videos people like to go back to and revisit. This is what he wanted. He wanted the stroking comments. He was looking for the woe is me, I'm depressed, I'm giving up sob story to be responded to by his viewers as, no, please, Rich, please don't delete your channel. We love you so much. So then he can come back and he can be like, oh, you see, people do still care about me. So I'm not going to delete my content because look at these people who are stroking me and saying that. So this is his pathetic attempt at attention. This is not, I'm actually like in the dumps and I want to delete my content. I've been defelted and defeated. This is, oh, I need to get some kind of a boost. I want someone to stroke me. So let me put up a sob story, comment on my timeline and hopefully some people will, oh, I like it. In reality, more than half of the content or the clips here are basically people kind of making fun of him, right? Or just saying, nah, who cares? Or at least get the AdSense, right? But in truth, he's not getting any money on those videos. You want to know what the truth is? Content like his is very, very timely in the moment, but it only ever gets views in the moment, all right? So for example, let me give you an example here, okay? If I'm playing Silent Hill 2 Remake, I will get views day one. I will get views over the week. I'll get views over the month. And then there's people who residually come watch that playthrough over time. Why? Because it's timeless. A video game playthrough is timeless. You can watch it whenever you want, and it's still pertinent. If Rich is doing a react video to me or a react video to the news or something, it's only timely to that moment. In 3 months' time, no one cares about what Rich said about me 3 months ago. They want to see what he's going to say about me today. So he has to keep making that content to be timely. His entire content farm that he has on his channel makes him no money because it doesn't get residual views because no one goes back to watch his old videos because they're all pointless. He literally just kept pooping in the same spot over and over, and he amassed a pile of shit that no one ever wants to go back to and see. They want to keep walking away from it. You know what I mean? Like, who the fuck cares about 10 years of garbage that isn't pertinent to today? That's why it doesn't matter if he deletes his channel or not. No one will care because nothing of value will literally be lost. So it's pretty fucking sad that this is what's become of this man. But I really don't believe he's going to delete his channel at all. I think he's full of shit. I think this is him looking for attention. All right. Now, very briefly, because I really don't want to harp on this next thing fat. We're going to do this very quickly, I promise you. So, I had told you guys, jokingly, all right, that Doody streams, well, you know, a lot of people are calling him my top detractor, which I find hilarious. Like, this is a competition now. Like, who's the biggest A-logger of Phil? Who's the biggest harasser of Phil? Who's the biggest person who wastes their life making fun of Phil, right? I told you guys jokingly, he made 9 videos about the Krabby Patty, all right? Jokingly, I said this. First off, you'll notice something as you scroll down and you look at all his content. He didn't make any of it. Literally all of Doody Stream's content, he pays for someone else to make. Like, maybe I would believe he made this one because it looks terrible, right? But, like, these thumbnails, he didn't make this. He didn't make this. He doesn't do that. He pays someone. Look at his layout. He pays someone to make all his content for him. So, literally, his channel is a purchased detractor channel. There's nothing in it whatsoever of value because it's all someone else's work slapped together. You understand? It's pretty funny. Now, I was jokingly saying Doody Streams, okay, made 9 videos about the Krabby Patty. Let's play a little game called Did Doody Do It? All right? Let's play a game. Did Doody do it? Let's actually, I have not looked at his channel, all right? So we're going to scroll down. All right, so this is before. Okay, good. This is before me talking about the Krabby Patty, correct? Yeah, here's metaphor. Okay, so let's go. Let's see here. Look at the nice, completely invented thumbnail of my wife. You know, complete bullshit. This is not what she looks like, but there you go. DSP rages for an hour over ReviewTech dumping on him. Blames Doody and slanders Rich. No, what I did is I felted Rich for an hour. And it was very fun. I didn't rage about him. I made fun of him. It was a good time. I had a good time. I got to make fun of the guy who's been a bully to me for a decade. And I had a lot of fun doing it, and people enjoyed it. That's not what happened. But, of course, that's all of his content, right? Okay, I'm trying to find... This is funny. Oh, God. I didn't even see this. DSP finds a new way to beg, creates a card account, and plans to spam his chat with it. Does Doody even know what a card account is? A card account is literally a website where you just put all of your links together on one page so people can find it. There's literally nothing there that's new. There's nothing on the page that says, hey, click here to pay Phil or click here to do that. It's just listing links. How is that a new way to beg? This is like if I made a business card with information on it, right? And I just handed it out. That's what card is. That's what card means. It's supposed to be like a virtual business card. So what the fuck does that even mean? Again, there's nothing to anything he says. He gets 9,000. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I don't think he gets these views anymore. Now, I have no evidence of this, of course. I totally am starting to believe that this guy is like viewbotting himself. Or, I mean, he pays for everything else on his channel. He pays for his thumbnail. He pays for the animations. He pays for the layout. It stands to reason he pays for the views, right? Because I really cannot believe that this fucking insanely bad clipped video of me, 11 minutes, me talking about card, that's the most boring thing possible. That's a thing only my big fans would care about card, because all it is a way to find all of my stuff. How could you, like, I just don't understand at all why 9,000 fucking idiots would have watched that video. Like, for some people, you'd look at views like that's like a badge of success. This is a badge of, like, retardation. It's like, what the fuck? 9,000 people fucking watched that? Why? This is for a few hundred people to know where my information is. It's, like, I don't understand it at all. I'm so lost. How could that, you know what I'm saying? Like, huh? All right, anyway, to try to get to what we're getting. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Here's the first video. Oh, by the way, here we go again. Look at this. Again, completely fake. But the first Krabby Patty video was 6 days ago. Okay, so there's one. 2. Here's 2. He had a podcast about it, so that's 2. What the fuck is this? What is this? I'm not even going to ask. Does he think that that's a woman that would come for him? No. No, Doody. Women don't speak with you at all. Trust me. There's no woman on this planet that would speak with Doody. Okay? So that's 2. 3. 4. We got 4. Inside the Detractor world, Doody streams on Kino, Casino, and Lolcow Live. I don't know what this is. This isn't his video. Why is it on his channel? That's bizarre. How did he get someone else's video on his channel? Well, anyway, that's 4. 5, because this, here you go. 5. All right, wait a minute. This one's not about it. This is about me streaming on Kit. So that's 5. Okay, well, here's the thing. Wait, it's part 1 and 2? I'm so confused. Okay, 6. No, wait. Is that? Oh, yes, it is. No, wait, that's not. That's not. By the way, on what planet do I look like that? On what planet do I look like that? Doody, you superimposed my face. I can't get it to stop doing that. You superimposed my face on, like, Rich's body or Boogie's body or Wings' body. You know, like, what are you... How is that me? Do you have eyes? I weigh 195 pounds. I'm 10 pounds overweight. What are you... It doesn't even make sense. Right? Okay, oh, here we go. So this is what, 6? Doody calls the Wendy's near DSP's home to confirm he lied. So that's 6. 7. Here's 7, because there's the Burger King crust. So that's 7 videos. 8. There's 8 videos. Wait a minute. It's 8. Okay, wait. 9. Are you kidding me? 9. I swear. No, everyone. I swear to God. I have to promise you something. I didn't watch this beforehand. I swear to God, I did not look at his page beforehand. I guessed 9 videos. All right? I guessed 9. So this is 9 videos. 10 videos. 10 videos. Doody streams made 10 fucking videos about the Krabby Patty meal. He made 10 videos about it. Right? Like, are you kidding me? 10 fucking videos about the Krabby Patty meal? I was joking when I said 9. He made 10. Is there anything even left to say at this point? But by the way, like, that's the kind of guy that Rich wants to be like. Like, Rich is like, I got to go all in on this content. I want to be a full-time DSP detractor. That's who I want to be associated with. The people who made 10 videos within 4 days. Because that was what? It said 6 days ago to 2 days ago. 10 videos within 4 days about the Krabby Patty meal. Literally, my fans, on the day that it was going to be, I said, okay, guys, I can't do it because they're not delivering it anymore. For some reason, it's not in the app. So instead, I'm going to get the Addams Family meal, and I'm not just going to do the burger. I'm going to do the whole menu for you guys. And everyone in chat was like, oh, really? That's awesome. That's amazing. You're going to do the whole menu? That's cool. So I order it, and then all of a sudden, one by one during the day, here come the sock accounts. Literally, not a single fan of mine complained. It was every sock account after sock account after sock account after sock account. You know what I'm saying? It was absolutely insane. Oh no. I'm still learning about kick. I'll talk about this in a second. But anyway, yeah, so the whole deal is This is so insane. The only people who would obsess over that Krabby Patty thing are people like Doody. Again, people who hyper obsess over minutia that don't matter, and they turn it into the biggest thing in existence. They're humans who literally have not a care in the world. Probably Doody must. I mean, you have to think that Doody is set somehow. Financially, because if he could sit around and make 10 videos about the Krabby Patty meal in 4 days, and he doesn't have anything else to do, and he has money to pay for the avatars, pay for the thumbnails, pay for the layout, pay for all the AI generated content. You know what I'm saying? Like, if he's doing this, it's obvious that he doesn't have like a job or anything, right? Or any responsibilities in life. So that's the way that these people can get the kind of attention they get, is to just sit there and have, I can micro analyze minutia that no one gives a shit about and act like it's the most important thing on the planet. It's just insane. Anyway, I guess we've had enough fun with these idiots, right? I mean, that's enough for me. That's what I mean. Like, people say to me, well, Phil, why don't you check out your detractors more often, right? Like, don't you, every day they're making content on you. Dude, that was my whole show. We didn't even go, like, I had, like, a bunch of other timestamps to look at for Rich, and we didn't even get to them. Because, do you really want to? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's very exhausting to me. This whole kind of content, going around and following the detractors and what they're doing, very exhausting to me. Because it's so pointless. You know what I'm saying? It's so fruitless and pointless. Like, there's no point to any of it. And they're just such losers in life. They've got nothing positive going on for them. Obviously, if all you can do is make 10 videos about the most innocuous little, insignificant thing, you don't have any positivity in your life. People who are busy with positive things don't hyper-focus on tiny negatives. You see, to them, oh, darn, Phil didn't have the Krabby Patty meal. Oh, but he's doing the Burger King meal? Great. Okay. Wait, Phil is not doing the Krabby Patty meal? And it's like a nuclear bomb goes off in the background. But in reality, normal people don't give a fuck about any of this. They just laugh at these people. And that's what you should do. You should point and laugh at the Doody. You get it? Like, literally, you should just point and laugh at the Doody. And say, that motherfucker made 10 videos about a Krabby Patty meal in a week. Right? Really? I'm being told another detractor has crazy thumbnails and he must be paying an artist to make them. I wouldn't be surprised. Really? No lie, I wouldn't be surprised if they're paying people to put out content like that. You know what I'm saying? Someone tipped $1 and says, your detractors actually hate Review Tech. He went to war with them, but Doody is one who slurps his PP to farm content out of him, and RTU slurps Doody's PP as protection from detractors and to say he has a buddy detractor. You see how sick this whole situation is? And again, this is why I really don't want to be constantly in this sphere. Because what do they call it? They call it the drama sphere, but there's another, the sector, I think they call it. Why would I want to be involved in that? Right? Like, seriously? Why would I want to be involved in this all the time? Like, every once in a while, I'm okay with doing a show like today because I didn't really have much to talk about today. I was really hoping, Boogie was going to be on the show, and I couldn't lock that in. It was too late to really confirm. So instead, I just kind of did like an audible show here, right? But it's funny to laugh at this shit. But I don't want to deal with this every day. I couldn't. Like, I just don't have the patience for it. I really don't. A lot of people like, this is what they do every day. I can't do this every day. There's no fucking way. I would lose my mind. I'm the kind of guy, I want to chill with you guys and have fun conversation. I want to play video games and enjoy them. That's the content that I like. I don't want to sit here looking at these fucking jokes, these wastes of life every day and be like, wow, human failure. Here's evidence of it, right? Like, holy fucking shit.
You got some idiot named DSP who's a total piece of shit, by the way. I like to get that on YouTube.